Ever wonder how, like, a simple vision can spark a global movement?
Yeah.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into the life of Loren Cunningham,
Okay.
the man who founded Youth with a Mission,
Right.
or, as most know it,
Yeah.
YWAM.
YWAM.
YWAM has touched millions of lives
Yes.
across 180 countries.
Yeah, it's incredible.
But how did it all begin?
Yeah, how did it all begin?
You see, Loren wasn't some big-shot CEO.
Right.
He was just a young man who felt a call.
Exactly. And that's what makes his story so powerful.
Yeah.
To understand an organization as vast as YWAM,
Yeah.
with its volunteers and staff dedicated to missions around the world, we need to understand the man at its heart.
Yeah.
The heart of it all.
So let's rewind to Cunningham's early life. Imagine growing up in a family where faith wasn't just a Sunday routine.
Yeah.
It was the very air they breathed.
Right.
We're talking about young Loren living in a tent house,
Wow.
watching his parents literally build churches
Wow.
with their own hands.
Wow. That's dedication.
This dedication to faith wasn't just a generational thing.
Right.
It was deeply personal.
Yeah.
Cunningham's grandfather actually left his comfortable life
He did.
and successful business because he felt this irresistible call to preach.
Really, it makes you think about what prompts someone to make such a life-altering choice.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Those turning points.
It really is.
It makes you think about what experiences in your own life were those big decision points.
It's fascinating, isn't it? This decision reverberated through the entire family.
I bet.
Cunningham's father, Tom, was deeply moved by his own father's sacrifice and followed in those ministerial footsteps.
Okay.
However, Cunningham's aunt, Sandra, had the opposite reaction.
Oh, wow.
Witnessing the hardships her father's choice placed on the family instilled a starkly contrasting view of faith.
So interesting how one event
I know, right?
can have such different impacts.
It's a powerful example of how a single event can have such diverse interpretations.
Yeah.
Their contrasting responses underscore how individual experiences shape our understanding of faith and calling.
It really makes you reflect on the experiences that have shaped your own worldview. Was there a defining moment that solidified or challenged your beliefs?
Yeah. Have you had any of those?
Now, for young Loren, faith wasn't just about grand gestures. It permeated their everyday life.
Okay.
There's this story about 9-year-old Loren being trusted with the family's grocery money.
Okay.
A $5 bill.
Which, you know.
A significant sum.
Huge at the time.
And he loses it.
Oh.
You'd expect panic in such a situation.
Yeah.
But Cunningham's mother immediately turns to prayer.
Wow.
This wasn't a dramatic cry for help, but a simple, ingrained response.
Right.
Reflecting an unwavering belief that God was present, even in seemingly mundane events.
It's a way of life.
It wasn't just a story, it was a way of life.
Exactly.
This simple act of praying for guidance to find lost money speaks volumes about the foundation Cunningham grew up with.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is where we begin to see the seeds of his belief in seeking divine guidance, a principle that would later become central to his ministry.
Right.
But it wasn't just his family's unwavering faith that shaped Cunningham.
Okay.
He had a powerful personal experience as a teenager that deeply impacted his direction.
Okay.
At 13, he saw the words, "Go ye into all the world," from the Great Commission, the biblical instruction for Christians to share their faith. And it profoundly resonated with him.
Wow.
Now, for those unfamiliar,
Right.
the Great Commission is a core teaching in evangelical Christianity.
It is.
Emphasizing the responsibility to spread the gospel message.
Absolutely. And this idea of personal revelation, of receiving a direct message or calling from God, is particularly significant within evangelical circles.
Right.
While Cunningham's family embodied a life of faith through action, this vision planted the seed for a more outward global focus for his own purpose.
It wasn't just about living faithfully.
Right.
It was about taking that faith to the world.
Exactly.
And this brings us to a pivotal moment in Cunningham's life.
Okay.
One that would forever link his personal journey with the heart of what would become YWAM. When Cunningham was 15, his father returned from a trip to the Holy Land. And it wasn't just your typical vacation.
Right.
It deeply impacted his perspective on his own faith and ultimately his son's life.
This is where that impactful story of the young Arab girl comes in. Cunningham's father encountered her begging outside a refugee camp.
Okay.
Even though he'd been advised against giving money to beggars, he couldn't turn away from her need.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Yeah.
It just really struck him.
He gave her some coins.
He did.
But her face stayed with him.
Right. It's one of those things where you can't shake it off.
Haunting him even after he returned to his hotel room.
Exactly. It was a turning point for him.
Wow.
Missions, which had always been this abstract concept, became deeply personal.
I can imagine.
We have to remember this wasn't today, where we're constantly bombarded with images of global need.
Right.
For Tom Cunningham, this encounter was transformative.
Yeah.
And he dedicated himself to missions work, even shifting his own church's focus towards global efforts.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
It really is.
It's incredible how those personal encounters can have a ripple effect.
Absolutely.
And here's the amazing part.
Okay.
While his father was having this experience in the Holy Land, young Loren was back home, experiencing his own call to missions.
Wow.
He'd previously seen those words, "Go ye into all the world."
Yes.
But they came rushing back to him with renewed urgency after hearing his father speak about the young Arab girl.
It's like these two events separated by continents were somehow intertwined.
It's like divine intervention almost.
Almost like it was meant to be right.
Yeah.
These weren't just isolated moments. They were building blocks and shaping Cunningham's worldview and his understanding of his own purpose.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can practically feel the energy building towards the creation of YWAM.
Dang.
Cunningham heads off to Bible college.
Okay.
And that's where the seeds for YWAM really take root.
Okay.
He's still in his early 20s at this point.
Wow, so young.
I know.
Yeah.
And feels this growing conviction that young people have a vital role to play in ministry. It's amazing to think.
Yeah.
He was barely older than the very people he'd eventually mobilize.
Right.
It's amazing.
It was a radical notion at the time.
It was.
Oh, yeah. Back then, missions work was primarily seen as something you pursued later in life, after gaining experience and all that.
Okay.
But Cunningham recognized the passion, the energy, the willingness to serve that young people possessed. Yeah.
He firmly believed that with proper discipleship and training, they can make a real difference in the world.
That's incredible.
It is.
Discipleship is a key concept here.
It is.
It's about intentionally mentoring and teaching others to strengthen their faith.
Yes.
And live more like Jesus.
Exactly.
Cunningham didn't just want to send young people out unprepared.
Right.
He wanted to equip them to serve effectively.
This commitment to discipleship was fundamental to YWAM's model.
Okay.
Cunningham envisioned a structure where young people received both spiritual guidance and practical training, preparing them for a variety of ministry opportunities around the world.
And that's precisely what makes YWAM so unique, isn't it?
It is. It's really incredible. This deep-rooted belief in empowering young people to live out their faith actively and make a tangible difference.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about spreading a message.
Yeah.
It was about equipping individuals to serve in practical ways.
Making a real difference.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
And just look at the incredible legacy Cunningham created.
It's pretty amazing.
He traveled the globe, authored countless books, and inspired millions.
He really did.
That vision he had as a teenager, that wave of young people sharing their faith with the world, became a reality.
It did.
Far beyond what he could have ever imagined.
It's truly remarkable how one man's conviction blossomed into such a far-reaching movement.
Yeah.
However, it's also crucial to remember that organizations as influential as YWAM, with its diverse range of programs and initiatives, don't exist without generating diverse opinions.
Of course.
There are complexities and inevitably criticisms, all of which are essential to consider when examining its full impact.
That's a crucial point.
It is.
It's easy to get caught up in the narrative of a single individual.
Yeah.
But the reality is that YWAM has touched the lives of countless people.
Right.
Each with their own experiences and perspectives.
Yeah. It's a huge organization.
It's a reminder that even with the purest of intentions, navigating cultural differences and the complexities of global aid requires constant reflection and a willingness To learn and adapt.
Precisely. And this ties back to the heart of Cunningham's story.
Okay.
And the essence of YWAM.
Yeah.
It's not just about having a vision. It's about the ongoing process of listening, learning, and evolving in response to the challenges and opportunities that arise.
That's something we can all connect with.
Right.
Regardless of our backgrounds or beliefs.
Doesn't matter who you are.
This idea that our experiences, both big and small, shape who we are and how we interact with the world around us.
Absolutely. We all have a unique purpose, a calling.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't involve changing the world on a grand scale.
Absolutely.
It's about recognizing the potential impact of our everyday actions and interactions.
It all matters.
It does.
So,
as we wrap up this deep dive into the life and legacy of Loren Cunningham, the question that resonates most with me, I hope with you too, is this. What experiences have shaped your understanding of purpose?
That's a big question. What call might you be listening for in your own life?
And how can you use your unique gifts and experiences to make a difference in the world around you within your own sphere of influence?
Thanks for joining us for this incredible journey.
It's been great.
Until next time, keep diving deeper.
Yes.
Keep exploring.
Keep those questions coming.
And keep asking those big questions.
Exactly.
You never know what you might discover about yourself and the world around you.
You really don't.